Hello and welcome to Happy Vending. I'm Bill, and today we're going to replace some trim pieces on this Royal Merlin IV. Happy Vending. On the front of my Merlin IV, around the delivery port, there is this trim piece, and if you get close on this, you can see that this piece actually broke in half, and part of it fell out, and then some of the front is cracked. And I feel that this happened over the summer. I'm kind of thinking that a custodian might have hit the front of this machine with a floor scrubber. They ride around in little floor scrubbers. And that's what I think happened. However, now that the part of this trim piece fell away, the students are starting to try to peel away the plexiglass front of the machine, because a lot of people that don't know machines think that when you get through this plastic front, you're going to see the sodas in there. You're going to see money, and you're going to see drinks. So they figure if they can get through this, they're going to have a payday. And that's what is sort of happening here. So I really want to get this new piece on to cover up that part there that's cracked. I might put some tape behind this plexiglass front. I think eventually I'm going to have to replace this whole front. This was a custom front, but it has already had some damage done to it. Someone stuck glue on the front that kind of messed up this part of it. And like I said, when the floor scrubber hit it, it cracked this here. So it's already starting to look pretty rough. This piece of trim I ordered direct from Royal. This is only about 20-25 bucks, so it's not a real expensive part. Before I put this piece in, I am going to unplug the machine. Now, my machine I've upgraded to LED bulbs, but if this were a regular machine, you'd have fluorescent tubes in here around where you're getting your ratchet, and you could accidentally bump into these and break them. So it's always a good idea to just power down the machine. And if you feel like you don't want to work around these, you can always take out your bulbs and either remove them or put them aside to get them out of the way. Since these are plastic, I'm not really that worried about breaking them. I'm just going to leave them in. Now, one thing you're going to have to take out to get to the other side of the chute is the holder for the coin bin. Mine has two screws at the top, and then I see there's one screw on the bottom. It's missing a screw over there. Pull this out, put the screws inside here, and the screwdriver, so that doesn't get lost. This is 7/16 nuts. I have a deep socket. We're going to loosen these, and actually we're going to have to remove these completely. This is going to take out the metal guard that's on the front of the machine, as well as allow us to remove that plastic trim piece. This is why I'm using the deep socket, or you would use one with an extension, so that you can get your ratchet around your light bulb if you didn't take out your light bulb. This trim piece is something that I commonly replace on my machines, because a lot of times when you buy a used machine, it's already broken when you get it. So I've replaced a lot of these delivery port trim pieces on my G3 machines. I'm not quite sure if this one on this machine was replaced or not. It might have been okay when I got it. Now we can take out this metal bar. There's two more bolts right up here on the top that we're going to have to remove to get this trim piece out. Here they are. There's one, and then this one over here. And they're the same size, 7/16. So let me get in there and get them out. So this just comes out now. Now that I have this part visible, I'm going to put some tape. I brought some clear tape. There's a back trim piece here too, this piece. I'm gonna get that out of the way, and I'm just gonna put some packing tape around this just to secure this up for me. So I just got some simple glass cleaner here, ammonia based, just to get that gunk off of there. I'll get the front and back so that my tape will stick on. The longer you leave broken trim or broken fronts, the more other people are going to start pulling it apart, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse until you absolutely have to replace the front. You have no option. I'll get it right about there. And then fold it around to the back. Cover this over. And then I'm just going to cut away a little bit here. Cut it in so I can fold this part up and under, and then this part back and around. That's pretty secure. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but once the trim piece is on, it'll look better. To stop this part from continuing to break upward, I'm going to put a piece of tape in the back here. I can feed it down in the back. I'm going to fold it around for some extra strength, but cut it right around there where the trim piece is going to be, just to give this extra reinforcement. So now there's tape goes all the way up to here in the back. And let's just put a corner piece of tape here. Let's do a corner piece like this and slide it in, and then we will try to cut this like this, fold that over and that over. You know, we're trying to build something where there's nothing. But we gotta make enough room that the trim will sit in there. So I mean, that provides a little reinforcement there for the corner. There's another little broken piece of plastic here that I think I'll put some tape on. Start here at the bottom of the crack and then fold it around to reinforce to the other side. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get for now. We'll put this back piece in again. Get that lined up. Get it down. Line it up just like that. And now let's get the new trim piece. You always want to make sure you order the right piece, whether you have a narrow port or a wide port. This machine has a wide port, so when I ordered this, I had to specify to Royal that I had the wide port machine, so I got the wide one. Product holder here. Some people like this part to stick out more, like that. I kind of like it flush, so that nobody hits it, like with a floor scrubber as they're cleaning the floor, and then you cause even more damage. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, hopefully people will stop picking at the plastic now with this new trim piece. All right, just making these good and snug. You don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to crack that plastic. Remember, that trim piece is just a piece of plastic. Now let me just get the side nuts in. You had to take out the side nuts because this metal bar had to come out completely to remove the trim. And this bar would not come out just by loosening these nuts. You had to completely remove them. Let's get this side, get a nut on there. Nut on this one. This is another reason you unplug it. I mean, I dropped a nut in here. There's a lot of 120 volt wires in here for the lighting system. You don't want to be grabbing down there while the machine is juiced up. You'll get the shock of a lifetime. All right. There we go. This just simply has those 3 Phillips screws. You got to make sure you put it the right way. There's only a hole on the one side of it. The bottom is flat, and there's a hole for the coins to drop down. If you put it in the opposite way, your coins aren't going to be able to fall down into the bin. So just want to check that when you're putting this coin bin housing back. Got a nice amount of quarters in there. All right, I'm looking at it here. You can't really see the tape from the back too much. Now that this piece is secure, you can't really push this in too much. So I don't suspect that the students here will be breaking this anymore. It's definitely a lot better than it was. Like I said, down the road, we might look into replacing this piece, but for now, I think it's going to hold up. So now you know how to replace the delivery port trim piece, and as always, happy vending.